Hey guys, Lisa from Hello Happy here, and I have a bunch of shrimp. Do you want to learn how to make them? Because I'm gonna show you. Would you still love me if I was a tempura shrimp? Now, like any normal person, you may be wondering why do I have 4 shrimp? I couldn't tell you. I just had this overwhelming urge to make one a few nights ago, and then I made more. Because my husband was like, why'd you make this? Are you gonna sell it? I was like, so I didn't actually like write down a pattern for these. I just kind of freehanded all of them and tried different things with each one. And so for this video, I kind of clamored together all the different things I tried, and I think I made the superior shrimp, except I don't know, I still like the first one that I did, which I didn't quite capture. So I made the almost superior shrimp. Too bad, you know what, the complete method is just lost to the annals of time. It happens. It's art, who cares? So make a bunch of shrimp and I don't know, string them on a garland and just have like a tempura shrimp garland. Why wouldn't you? I should do that. So if you want to learn from this really unhinged tutorial, stick around. Stick around. Stick around. Okay, friends, let's talk supplies. So to make your own little shrimpy, use honestly whatever yarn and hook that you want, whatever like fits. You want to use a hook that's a little bit on the small side for your yarn so there aren't any gaps. So I'm using a worsted weight yarn. Here is like the yarn conversion chart for y'all, and I will be using a 3mm hook, which is not this one. There it is. This is from Daiso, by the way, if anyone wants to know. Let's see, and then I'm using this yarn. I used it specifically for another pattern that's in my shop. It's really rough. It's not very soft yarn, so I don't necessarily recommend that you use this yarn. It's kind of actually uncomfortable to work with on a small scale like this, but it's what I have, and it's a good color. This, I don't even know what this is. It's a lot softer though. I wish this was as soft as this one. Oh well. Now, as you can see, my shrimp are all kind of different sizes and shapes because I've just been playing around and I haven't actually been following like a strict pattern. I didn't even write it down. So I'm going to be half making it up as I go along, but also you can use this and modify it however you want to fit the yarn you're using. See, this one, it looks like I had fewer mid rows. I kind of like this chunky one the best, so I feel like I should try to emulate that. I feel like this one had more thick rows and fewer like decrease repeats, so I think maybe we'll try and emulate that. But I think I like this tail the best, so maybe we'll try and emulate that. I don't know, let's see how it goes. Let's go. I did start all of them the same though, so make a magic ring of 8 single crochet. You're gonna see me struggle with this because this yarn is really splitty. It does not work well for like amigurumi at all, where you want to use a small hook. It really sucks for that. Again, that's why I don't recommend this yarn for this project, but you know, you're just gonna use what you have half the time, right? So this is what I have, so I'm using it. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And 8, and we'll pull that tight, and then we're gonna do 17 double crochet because for this stitch it has to be an odd number, so we're just gonna do 3 double crochet into the final stitch. So do 2 into each and then 3 in the last one. Whoops. You know what's so funny? You have to yarn over to do a double crochet. Yeah. Alright, I'll see you when I'm at 17. Alright, so I'm back with 17. I crocheted over the starting tail with these last 3 stitches. I'm going to pull that tight. And that's all this yarn is going to require to keep that tight because it's so rough. It's it's going nowhere. If you have a softer yarn, obviously do a little more to keep that ring secure. But what I'm going to do now at this point is just bring the tail forward, and I'm just going to use that as a rough like row starter and ender, because it doesn't, you're not going to need like an actual stitch marker to like be exact. This'll totally work. Okay, so now what you're going to do is the alpine stitch. What you're going to do is double crochet, front post, double crochet, double crochet, front post, double crochet until you hit the end of the round. So double crochet, and then we're gonna front post, double crochet, get that tail out of the way. And double crochet. And front post, it's this one. Alright, and I'll meet you back when I have finished the round. So here's what you've got once that's done. So you want to do this once and then twice. Do 2 more rounds, which are the same as this. I'll show you the beginning first. Alright, so into that front, or that first crochet stitch, do the front post. And then into this front post, you're going to do a regular double crochet into that top part, and then go under for your front post, and then into the top of the previous front post, like this. So yeah, do 2 more full rounds and I will be back. Let's compare this now to these 2. When did I, it's hard to tell, when did I decrease on this? Okay, so this is like 1, 2, 3. It seems like I decreased on like the 4th one, and this is 1, yeah, 1, 2, 3. So it seems like I did decrease on the next one. Yeah, it seems like this part's the same. Okay, so in studying my own work, we are gonna do decreasing on this next round. So when you want to do a decrease, you're gonna do it on the front post double crochet. So our first stitch here is going to be a regular double crochet because it's over a front post. So here's what I came up with. Yarn over, go up underneath the first post, skip this next stitch, and then go under the next post. And then yarn over and pull this yarn through both of these without it getting stuck on something. And then complete your stitch as normal. So you want to do 2 decreases in this round. So because you did this one at the edge here, just kind of like squish it flat and just make a mental note. Or you can use a stitch marker too if you want. Like I have a needle right here, I could just do this. So these 2 are the stitches I want to decrease together. So you want to just do the regular pattern like you have been until you get to the stitches that you have physically or mentally marked. And then do another decrease. So here is the stitches that I marked. So we're going to again yarn over, go through the post, and yarn over and pull through both of those posts, and then do double crochet as normal. And then continue around till we get to the end. On the two longer shrimp, I think I did another 2 rows just like I did with this one before I decreased again. But I think just the one, or I said rows, round, just do 1 round without decreasing, just a regular round. And then I think it'll be time to decrease again. All right, so do another one and I'll come back. All right, so I think in order to properly emulate this, we are gonna decrease on the next round. So let's figure out where we're gonna do that, because we're gonna offset it a little bit so that they don't line up perfectly. Because if we did these two together, it would just be, don't like that. So we're gonna try and go across from here. So we're gonna do these two together. So we'll mark this one. So we'll decrease these, and then our last decrease will be these last two here. All right. So whether you want to offset increases or decreases depends entirely on the project. With like stuffed animals and things, typically you would want to offset them and not have any harsh lines, but sometimes with like a hat or a sweater or something, having a line of increases or decreases is actually a feature, not a bug. It can look like sewn panels, which is desirable, but again, it depends on the project. But largely for stuffed animals, you want to try and offset increases and decreases, because then it just looks seamless and fluid and adorable. Let's see, where are we? Okay, so we're on the decrease. So yarn over, go through, pull through, do a regular stitch. What is that? Oh, I'll deal with that later. It's this stupid yarn. It's not great, okay? I don't mean to insult the entire Big Twist line, because they have some nice yarns, but the value line is not great. But you know what? I just got it for the color. I'm sure I've said this already. Let's see, where are we? Is it time? Yes, it was these two. Okay, so we're gonna do another decrease. Through, go through, yarn over, pull through both, and double crochet. All right, and now we're gonna go back to this. What is this ugliness? Ah, it's so ugly. We're just gonna shove it in there and then pretend like there was never an issue. Let's see. Where's a needle? Here we go. Just get in there. Why are you so ugly? Why are you doing this to me, yarn? I thought we were friends. If you yell at it, sometimes it works better. It's you know, it is what it is. Okay. Okay, so we did that. So now we're gonna do 1 regular round with no decreases. I will meet you back when I've done a round. At this point, I think I'm going to add just a little bit of stuffing so it'll make it easier to deal with later. Dana, 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 Dana. I don't know about you guys, but I have a giant plastic bag full of yarn scraps, and also like bits of fabric and stuff too that I try to use to stuff most of my projects. Like sometimes you need white fluffy stuff, but like a lot of times you don't. Just grab some yarn. I don't even know how big these pieces are, but they're too big, so we're just gonna cut them a bit. we will move this off to the side. And then I guess just do another regular round. All right, this is looking pretty good actually, comparatively to the one we're emulating. So, but I have regrets about the green scrap yarn, by the way. But you know what? This is just for me, so we're gonna ignore that. Do whatever makes you happy, okay? The green is fine. So, after that round, we are now going to decrease this entire round together. But you're gonna need to add like a little bit more stuffing at the top. But rather than little pieces, I'm gonna use one big piece so that it'll stay where I want it to, which is just right up here. Because our first stitch was a front post double crochet, first we'll do a regular double crochet and then we will decrease everything together. So grab all of these guys. Let's see, and then double crochet. And then it kind of becomes impossible to do any more like decreases the way we've been doing them at this point. So you want to just do some single crochet decreases. Like this is going to be very free form art wise. So just here, do like a single crochet decrease here, except don't really do like a single crochet decrease exactly. Like when you pick up that second loop, just do like a slip stitch and go through all of them. So it's like a slip stitch decrease, I guess one might call it. And then you've only got like this little blip left. So instead of doing like an actual decrease, I'm just gonna do a slip stitch into this last loop. Again, this part is like super freeform. You kind of just gotta do whatever kind of is possible and what looks right. So I'm just gonna do one more slip stitch here and then call that part of it done. And then we'll use a needle to sort of distribute the stuffing upwards. Just so that we get a little more coverage, and then I'm gonna squish it all back down. Yeah, green wasn't the best choice, people, but you know what, that's okay. Here we go. We'll just there, never happened. Plus we can cheat later. You know what, I'll show you how you can cheat and hide that away later. All right, so that was actually, I think that was it. We did it. That looks pretty good. That looks pretty darn good. I think that's pretty much exactly what I did this first one. Although this part looks chunkier, but I think that was just me. All right, so now we're gonna do the tail. So go ahead and cut this off. Don't cut it super short, just cut it to there. And then pick your loop back up. Grab your tail color. And go like that, and then you can deal with this stuff later. All right, so let's see. I was gonna try and emulate this one. So we need 2 stitches to make up that bottom part, and then I think we need 3 to crochet into. Okay, so chain 2 and chain 4, so chain a total of 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Half double crochet into the second chain from your hook. So half double crochet, and then do single crochet, and then do a slip stitch. Don't pull it super tight or anything, just do like a comfortable slip stitch. And then chain 4, 2, 3, 4, and then repeat what you just did. Do a half double crochet into that second chain from your hook. Come on. This yarn is a little splitty too, oh well. And then do a single crochet into the next one. And then do a slip stitch. Again, don't pull it super tight, just like a comfortable slip stitch into the third chain. And then do a slip stitch into these last 2 chains down here. Same thing, don't do it like super tight, just like a comfortable slip stitch. Yeah, that looks pretty good. All right, so cut this off and then pull the loop out. Let's see, pull these and then use your needle. Cut that off. And then take this and you can have a little bit of fun with this. So he's good to go. You can just stick this in here. Anywhere there's like a gap, just sort of, you know, bring it up through the, like here's a gap over here. That's not very beautiful, right? We're just gonna go and leave that a little bit loose. You see what I'm doing here? You see what I'm throwing down? All right, bring it over here. Like it doesn't completely solve the problem, but it partially solves the problem. Bring it through here. See, there's a little gap there, and there's a little gap over here too. Just kind of bring it through. No one will know. You can't tell. I mean, someone could. No, I did a terrible job with that one. Nope. Do a better job than that. That's my advice. Do better. There we go. I have to go under those ones. Otherwise, you can see it. And then I'll just stick that under there. And then, yeah, kind of loosen it up a little bit so it's not super tight, so it just looks like it's underneath. Oh. Yes, this is cheating, and yes, it is diabolical. It's not really cheating. This is art, so you're just making art. And it's still way too green. You know what? Don't use green, okay? But that helped. It helped a lot. And I mean, your guy's basically done here now, so just cut these. You could certainly do more weaving through here, but you know, if you didn't use green, you probably won't really need to. And we'll just shove those in there, and shove that one in there. And there it is, your slightly unhinged shrimp tutorial. It's done, and now there's a shrimp. Hopefully. I mean, I don't know. Do you have a shrimp? I hope you have a shrimp, because that was a lot. I feel like it could be stuffed more, but also I used green, so if I stuffed it more, it would be terrible. So now look, I have 4 shrimp. Why do I have 4 shrimp? Because crocheters have a disease. That's why I have 4 shrimp. Alright, so hopefully you got like a shrimp or something like a shrimp out of this video. Post it on social media. I dare you. Tag me. I dare you. I want to see your silly little shrimp, and I want to see what you do with them. Did you make a giant one and put a face on it? I want to see it. Other ideas, make a smaller one. Use like a DK yarn and a smaller hook and put a keychain on it. Or just have a keychain this big, because why wouldn't you? Earrings? Giant earrings? Yes. 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 I feel like this video is just getting more unhinged as I record. Okay, bye!